Hi everybody, Mariana with Three Peaks Classroom. Today is episode 2 in my 4-part series on how you can build your classroom library on a budget. I want you to come shop with me, and so today we're going to check out a few stores. We're going to start with Value Village, and then I want to hit up Salvation Army. I want to check out some garage sales, and then I love going to a specific secondhand shop in Edmonton called Once Upon a Child, so you're going to come with me there. Let's go! Okay, so when I'm shopping for books, I'm always looking for books that the kids can read individually in their classrooms, in their desks, with individual book bags. I'm also looking for picture books or read aloud books that I can read to the class, because usually those are more expensive, and so I like to get them secondhand if possible. And then I'm always looking for curriculum specific books. So I'm going to flip the camera around and I'm going to show you the books that I'm looking for. Okay, so I've gone through all the books and I made 2 piles. One pile I'm going to purchase and take with me, and the second pile I'm not going to, but I actually kept them on the side because I want to show you something. I was looking for Fancy Nancy titles for my daughter because she's really interested in Fancy Nancy, and I have a coupon today. So check out this title, Explore Extraordinaire, Explore Extraordinaire, exactly the same. This one is a hardcover, this one is a soft cover, but check out the price. This book is $3.99. This one is $1.99. I mean, it's kind of a no-brainer, obviously. So this is in my pile of books that I'm going to take, and I am not taking these books. I also saw this book, You're Mean, Lily Jean, and I thought this would be a great addition for my health curriculum, you know, talking about bullying and recess behaviors. And then I found 3 copies of graphic novels. That is something I do not have a lot of in my classroom, and I do teach grades 3 and 4, so I think graphic novels would be quite popular in my class. They are expensive, but I don't have any, so again, I'm hoping with the discounts it's not going to be too expensive. Rocks and Minerals for grade 3 science, absolutely. Light Makes a Rainbow, grade 4 science. How Sound Moves, grade 3 science. Lights and Shadows, grade 4 science. And then these ones were just additional ones that I can throw in my nonfiction section. Same thing with this and this one. And then one more Fancy Nancy for my daughter. So those are the books that I'm going to be taking home with me. Now, if you have no idea what books to look for your classroom, these are a few books that I quickly found while I was scanning that I actually personally own in my own classroom library that I would recommend. If you have dealt with lice in your classroom, or you want to be prepared for when you are dealing with lice in your classroom, this is a good classroom read aloud book that talks about lice. I'm a huge fan of Leo Leone books. We do an author study in grade 4 in my grade 4 year plan all about Leo Leone, and I love this alphabet tree book. If you don't have it, I highly recommend it. It talks about how, you know, there are letters, and letters come together to form words, and then they can come together to form a sentence, and they realize, well, what if our sentence can have meaning? And it's just a really nice story. So I already have this book, but if you're looking for a Leo Leone book, I highly recommend you get the alphabet tree. Ish is a wonderful book to read at the start of the class, at the start of the school year. This is a fantastic book, Alexander and the Terrible, Horrible, No Good, Very Bad Day. And then I love Pumpkin Town. This is something that I use in my class to talk about poetry and visualizations and predicting in October. So those are the books that I already own, and I would recommend if you are looking for your own classrooms. Okay, so as I was checking out, I noticed the price on that Rocks and Minerals book was actually $7.49. Wow, way too expensive. I put that book right back. So I also asked him, I talked about the difference in price between the 2 Fancy Nancys, and I said, what constitutes the prices? And he said, it's totally random. And he said, it depends on the condition of the book. It depends on the person pricing the book. It depends on if it's part of a series. It depends on what their stock is like. So Yeah, my word of advice when you're shopping at Value Village is to have a good look at the prices. I've noticed too that the prices at Value Village tend to be more expensive than anywhere else that I've shopped. So it's a good place to go because it has a big selection, I find. But the prices, I mean, if you're trying to build a classroom library on a budget, I find that it can be one of the more expensive places to go. So the next stop is going to be Salvation Army, and if I see any garage sales that are on the way, because I'm going to be kind of driving through residential areas, I'm going to make a detour and check out those garage sales. Okay, so Salvation Army is closed on Sundays, or at least the one that I was going to go to was closed, so that was kind of an error on my part. But as I was driving, I found a garage sale and I'm parked right in front of it. So I'm not going to be filming a lot when I'm there just because it's close quarters and I don't think people want me filming their stuff. But I'll try and see if they have any books and I'll film a little bit about that. So let's go see if they have any books. Okay, so there were 2 garage sales that I managed to stop at on the way to the next store that I'm going to, Once Upon a Child. Unfortunately, both garage sales didn't have any books for me to purchase. But as I was leaving, I was actually given a little tip, and a lady at the garage sale told me about that like senior centers, they usually have a ton of books that are given to them by families, and they bring in kids to read with them, and then every once in a while they need to get rid of their books, and so they give away large books, like children's books, away for free. So that might be something that you might want to check out as well. But now we're going to go inside to Once Upon a Child and we're going to have a look at some books. This is my favorite place to go shopping for books, just because of the deal. So if you get 10 books, you get them for $10. They do have the smallest selection out of all the stores that I usually shop at, but I mean, with that kind of a price, you can't beat that deal. So we're going to go inside. Here's my collection of books. These are the books that are not part of the 10 for 10 because they have to be under $2.50 in order for it to be 10 for 10. So these are my books that I'm going to pay separately. This is a huge collection, which I'm super excited about. And this collection of 8 books is only $10. So that's a great score. And then I've been looking for this book for grade 4 science, actually, A Grand Old Tree. It talks about how a tree can decompose and be part of the life of the forest. So this book, it's hardcover and it's $4.50, but it actually is kind of hard to find. I found at least. So then here's my collection of 10 books that are all $2.50 or less. I'm just going to show you really quickly. So these are really popular books in the class, so I have 2 of them. And then I've been on a kick lately looking for graphic novels, I guess, but yeah, I mean, $2.50. It will be $1, which is awesome. Practically brand new book, $2.50. Harry Potter, hugely popular in my class. Another Minecraft, but like lots of pictures and stuff in here. So I'm excited to add that to my collection. Another Minecraft book. And then this one's just fun for the classroom. And then this is going to add to my holiday collection. And then I have these religious sets, but I'm actually missing this one, so I'm gonna add this one to the mix as well.
It's 31 there on the wedding day, and my whole break, so not to worry about her not getting heat stroke. She hasn't been in this heat yet.
I'm going to go home now. I'm going to lay out all the books that I grabbed today, and we're going to talk about prices. And then, yeah, in the next episode, you're going to help me organize all of my classroom library books. I have a new system that I'm going to do, and I'm going to talk about why I'm changing my system as well. So yeah, let's go home and take a look at the books. All right, so you are looking at all of the books that I managed to purchase today. These books on the left were my first stop at Value Village. These books on the right are where I picked up some books at Once Upon a Child. Altogether, I counted all of the books. I have 38 titles altogether, $39.15. And at Once Upon a Child, I spent $25.73. So altogether, I did the math. I spent about $65. And if you divide 65 by all 38 titles, it ended up being $1.70 a book, which is kind of around my rule of thumb, where I like to spend kind of like $1 on paperbacks or $5 for like hardcover picture books. Okay, so that's it for me today. Thank you so much for shopping along with me. I had a lot of fun actually. I'm kind of sad that I didn't check Salvation Army's hours, but maybe one day I'll pop in there and see what kind of deals they have on their books. I can't imagine it being any different than Value Village, but anyways, maybe we'll do a separate episode just for Salvation Army. Yeah, so if you haven't seen my first episode where I talk about 5 ways that you can build your classroom library cheaply, I'll link the link down below again, but stay tuned for episode 3. That's the next one, where you are going to help me organize, actually I should say reorganize my classroom library, because I am changing it and it's gonna be a big one. Like, I mean, I have a lot of books, but the reason why I'm changing my classroom library structure is different, and I'm going to talk about all of that in the next episode. So make sure you stick along. And then if you have any questions about any of the process, so where to buy books, or my experience buying books, anything about classroom library, leave a question in the comments below. I will be pulling questions from YouTube and from Facebook and from Instagram, and I'll be answering all of your questions in episode 4 of this series. So as always, thank you guys so much for your loyalty and for watching. I hope you enjoyed this episode. This was my first time kind of vlogging and using a microphone. You can't see it right now, but it's my first time using a microphone in store. So yeah, it's kind of exciting seeing some progress on this channel. So thank you so much. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel. I am on a mission to get my first 1,000 subscribers. So please help me out with that. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.